Hello and welcome to Coach's Corner. I'm Dean Meagher. Today I want to discuss a very important topic. It's to do with how you generate power in your golf swing. And I think this is where a lot of people go wrong. They use the easiest way, not the most effective way. And I'm going to give you actually 5 potential ways that you can start your downswing using maybe a different muscle group than what you've been used to. And so let me first discuss what I think most people use. That is their arms, shoulders and hands. So this throwing motion with their arms and hands. And so when people start like this, what initially happens is the club is generally getting out of position. So the club comes out, outside, you throw the club with a lot of speed early, but by the time it gets to the ball, there's not a lot of really acceleration through the ball. And that's why you'll see people look like they're kind of putting a lot of effort in, but the ball's not going very far. So I want to discuss with you a way I think of generating power into the golf swing that makes it a lot easier to get the club down on the inside, but also allows the player to accelerate well through the golf ball. And the 5 areas that I want to go over, I'll explain in a bit more detail, but I want to go over them just quickly here. You've got left heel, inside of right foot, left hip, right hip, and core. Those 5 areas to me are the best ways of generating speed in the downswing, and really it's up to the player to figure out which of those 5 works best for you, because some people different things work for different people, obviously. So let me discuss how you utilize the left heel. Let's start there. So if you're a player that likes to get your left heel off the ground, which is completely fine by the way, if you are lacking in flexibility and when you make your backswing you can feel that left heel just gently sort of lift off the ground, the first way to start down your downswing would be to plant that left foot. So start to generate a little bit of momentum from planting that left heel down into the ground. That is a feeling that can start to generate the club momentum, and then you can just gently help that club through the ball. Another way that I've discussed, some would say ad nauseum, but the inside of the right foot. So if I make my backswing and I push sideways off my instep of my right foot, in here, I get the club to the top and I push across. That allows me to get my weight to my front foot. If I then clear my hips after that, I'm going to hit it pretty well. The next feeling that I want you to try is to feel like the first move is happening from the left hip. So the left hip starts to clear, I would say backwards. This is good, I think, for people that generally slide their hips a lot. So they generally get quite lateral with their swing, sometimes too lateral. They get that left knee bend when they sort of finish their swing. Trying to clear that left hip back and away is a good way again of starting the momentum of the swing with a rotation of the hips. You can let the club fall from there. Another one is obviously the right hip. So getting the club to the top. If you're a more right-sided brain or you just have better senses on the right side of your body, trying to feel like that right hip is going into the area that that left hip is. Like you don't really want the right hip coming out. You want it sort of going sideways and helping your hips to turn. If it goes out, you're going to kind of lose posture, you're going to come up. So right hip needs to kind of go underneath you, helping your left hip to get out of the way as well. The final one is your core. I like to feel this a lot of the time. I get to the top, I've made a really good twist with my core in my backswing, and so I'm actually going to focus on untwisting from my core area. So I feel like my belly starts to twist going the other way. And that again helps the momentum to start on the club, and then I can help it as I get to the ball with my hands and arms. That happens instinctively, you don't have to think about that. So those 5 different areas I think are the best way of generating the momentum of the club coming down in your downswing. It starts to happen, I think, more consistently. You can hit the ball a lot further, and I think people should try some of these options because I think they are too ingrained in their muscle memory doing this all the time at the ball, and they're forever not going to hit the ball very far, and they're going to forever hit the ball a bit wayward. So a great drill I do to sort of figure out which one works best for me is to just close my eyes and try to sense which of those is the easiest for me to achieve it, and really focus in on that one area and feel like that's the first thing to move. Whether it's the left heel, the right instep, left hip, right hip, core, whichever it is, that's the first thing to move. And you want to just feel that sensation of that's the first thing. It only is going to move just a little bit through here, and then you can let the momentum continue through the ball. And it's a really nice way of feeling that effortless power. That's something that I think we all want. And we've all experienced it at some moment in our golf career, but we can't really harness it. And a lot of the time it's just because of old habits taking over all the time. So my job is to help people to, I think, initiate their downswing better. I want you guys to try one of those 5 to see if it actually helps you. But you need to practice it. You need to get down onto the golf driving range here and really do a few practice swings with your eyes closed. Feel the initiation coming from the right place, and then let the club sort of smoothly accelerate through the ball. And maybe you'll feel that nice feeling of power through the ball, which you may have been lacking. And I hope this helps you. Let's have a great month. Beautiful weather, spring's here. So get out there and play and start initiating better power more consistently and have better scores.